Alright, g'day guys, and welcome back today to another Obsidian video. Today we're going to be looking at another plugin by Jeremy Valentine. If you haven't heard of that name yet, you really should get used to it because he is the guy doing all of the community development for the tabletop RPG space within Obsidian, and his plugins really turned this application into the most amazing DM tool. It's fantastic, so huge thank you to Jeremy. Let's jump in and let's have a look at one of his plugins though. It's called Dice Roller, and basically it enables the rolling of dice within Obsidian. This is going to be the first video in a number of videos about Jeremy's plugins. And I'm doing Dice Roller first. You're going to see some plugin functionality potentially that we haven't covered yet, but Dice Roller is sort of like a prerequisite for some of his plugins to follow. So with that said, let's jump in and have a look. Alright, so in front of me you can see we've got the Demo Vault 2 open. You can see I've just got some dice rolling things on the screen here. You can see I've got a bit of a 5th edition stat block. We'll talk about that in a future video. And you can see there's lots of dice icons everywhere. Over here we've got a tab for Dice Roller. So as you can see, I've already got this plugin installed. So before we go too much further, let's show you where it comes from. Come down here to Settings. Go to Community Plugins, click Browse, and you want to do a search for Dice Roller. Just type Dice, and you can see here that we've got Dice Roller by Jeremy Valentine. This is a pretty extensive plugin, guys, and I don't use probably 5% of it. But if you go down here and have a look, you can see there's a really extensive README file with all sorts of different options that you can play with. So for people playing Fate, there's the Fudge dice. For people playing Fantasy Age, there's Stunt dice. There's all sorts of dice modifiers. So, you know, if you want to keep the highest or drop the lowest or explode your dice or re-roll your dice. You can see he's got examples here of how to do all of this as well. And of course, you know, as with any plugin, spend some time here in the README file, because once you come into here in the README file and have a bit of a poke around, you'll be able to tell that, you know, there's lots of really good examples in here that you'll be able to steal and just modify for your own examples. So, yeah, and it's extensive. It keeps going and going and going. So that's what I would recommend you spend some time with, guys. Once you've installed this, sit down and have a read. With that said though, once it's installed, obviously you need to enable it. Same process with all the plugins. But then once you're there, you can obviously come in here and have a look at the settings. And some of these are quite interesting. There is a way to actually globally save your results. I haven't played with that yet. I don't tend to really need to go back and check my dice rolls, but I roll real dice at the table, I'll be completely honest. But I am starting to use this for certain things like lookup tables and stuff. It's really just quite quick. But what I do like down here is display graphics for dice view rolls. You want to enable this because I think that starts disabled. And then the dice base color. So if you want to customize the color of your dice, then this is where you can do that. You can customize the text as well. Alright, and if you want to have some formulas that you can save, you can do that down here. But yeah, once you've got that enabled, what it does is it turns this Dice Roller tab here on. Alright, so bring this open. You can come in here and you can basically type what you want. So you can see I've got a saved formula here. So I can click roll and it rolls the dice. Now that graphical dice rolling that I showed you in the settings, that's what that just enabled. Alternatively, if you don't use that, it just rolls down here. But you know, why wouldn't you want to be able to do this? Why wouldn't you? Oh, yeah, there we go. So 100 D20 all rolling at the same time on your screen. Why wouldn't you want to do that? Possibly because it's it's actually gonna break it. I don't think they can actually physically finish the roll because they're getting in the way of each other. Oh, sorry, Jeremy, I broke it. Can we clear it? I don't think we can. Oh, there we go. Alright, so maybe don't roll 100 d20. Oh, let's try 20. That should work a lot quicker. There you go, a lot quicker. Anyway, obviously that's a little bit of fun. Just to, walk you through what we can do here. Let's change the color of the dice. And then roll that. Alright, so super simple to use. Obviously you can do other types of dice. I wonder what happens if we try and do a dice that, technically doesn't exist. Like, it does support things that don't have a roller, but obviously it doesn't have graphics for a D2 dice because, D2 dice don't exist. So just know that you can roll things that, if you're making like a random table, for example, with an option that doesn't exist in a dice, you can actually technically just use this to randomize the result. So up here we can see all of the different dice that do exist. And obviously you can just click these and you can come through and put them through. You can have multiple dice connected together. You can do plus bonuses. Alright, so it's really quite easy to use. We're going to roll with advantage. 19. How did that work? I think I have to do this. There we go. So that should take the 19. I might need to look into how that's working, but you get the idea. Super simple. There's really not much to it. Now, if you go and have a look at the examples, there is some more complex formulas that you can get into. Alright. All sorts of funky stuff. So if you've got some really big examples, I'm sure you can come up with something out there. Alright, and that's all well and good in here. It's if you're rolling dice digitally at the table, this is a pretty easy way to do it. But where I'm using it majorly is over here in sort of like the actual text. So for example, if I go into edit mode, you can see here, dice 1d20. What that does is that creates a dice icon, and from there you can see you can roll your d20. Now, where this sort of comes in, and I'll just grab an example. What have we been doing? Let's have a look at this one here. If you've got a table, for example, then you can embed your dice rolls in the table. Alright, so you can see here, up in the top, what I've done is in the actual heading of the table, I've put dice D12. Alright, so the D12 is required to roll on this random table. And then you can actually click up here. Alright, and that lets you very quickly roll the results of your table. I love that you can do that. If you're using the initiative tracker plugin, which again will be covered in a future video, you can also do stuff like this, where you can go, my encounter line, which is just that text there, instead of saying how many bullywugs are actually in this fight, I can just type 1d3, and now I can roll how many are actually in the fight, and then when I click start fight, it actually takes that result and creates the combat using that as well. So again, very, very handy functionality there. Now, there are other things you can do as well. So let's show you this. Table name, I'm just going to give it a generic table name. So what I've done is I've done the little arrow that points up there, and then table name, which is just giving this table a table name. It just has to be something unique. And then what we want to do, sorry, I've got all sorts of plugins for this on my other side. I'm just going to bring this text in here, and what we're doing is we're going to change, we're going to type here. So it's the little, I don't know what it's called, it's next to the 1. little comma symbol, dice, semicolon, then obviously your brackets, and then here we need to put the name of the table, the note that we're doing. So my note is called roll dice. And then down here I need to replicate the table name. So if we do table name down here, I need to replicate that up here. And what that now allows me to do is I can come up here and roll on this. Alright, and you can see that that allows me to embed this table. Now what's cool about that is I can take this text, I can have a new note and paste this text, and now I'm pulling that table and the rolled results from that table inside of this note from over here. So technically there's no reason that I couldn't actually have all my tables in a note somewhere else and just be referencing it with that sort of line there. So there's all sorts of ideas that you could use there, right? So say you had a topic for a shop, and that shop had items that could be placed for sale. I'm sure you could basically have a dice line that enables you to pull items from that and randomly show what's for sale. You might even have like a random NPC generator, and I've seen some people are working on some cool stuff in this regards with multiple rollers and things like that. Then this is the sort of thing where you could basically have all your tables in one note for that NPC generation, but then you're actually calling it from another note as well. Now, as with anything, what I recommend you do here is use your templates. I don't know. Oh yeah, I have got it here. So you can see I've actually got a template called insert rollable table. Alright, and when I use that, that just dumps this entire section of code into my notes. Alright, just so that I don't need to remember how to do this. I'm terrible with remembering how to code, guys. Like, I just come in here and say, yeah, alright, no problems. This is what I want in my vault, or in this note, and I'm going to click insert and take it from there. And I do that with all sorts of stuff. Now the other way that this thing is supported is in the actual TTRPG stat blocks, or 5th edition stat blocks. Some of you may have it installed as. We'll cover this in a future video, but again the dice rolls are here, and the cool thing about that is it does trigger the 3D dice. So really quite handy. So yeah, that's basically Dice Roller. It's pretty simple in what it does, but obviously what it enables you to do is just very advanced and quite powerful. And you're going to see as we move into some more of Jeremy's plugins that he makes good use of his Dice Roller. Like if you're using this the Stat Block plugin, you got to have Dice Roller installed in order to enable all this stuff. So go ahead, get it installed. Even if you're not rolling digitally, I would say have it there, because it is enabling other functionality that you may find useful. And I think for me, this is really it. To be able to have rollable tables, and also have rollable tables where I can actually roll and then have that impacting the initiative tracker. That's really big for me, so really quite happy with that functionality. So there we go, guys. That's been Dice Roller by Jeremy Valentine. As with all of Jeremy's plugins, they're fantastic, so thank you, Jeremy. I will have a link in the description below so that you guys can go and give the guy a coffee if you feel that would be appreciated by him. I certainly know he would appreciate it. And yeah, I think he's one of those guys that we should really try and support, because as you're going to see in some of my coming videos, like Jeremy is the guy making TTRPG possible, really, in the Obsidian space. We've got Farling, who's creating the import tools to get us from Realmworks into here, and then you've got Jeremy, who's making the plugins to make it so this tool does all the things we want it to do. So yeah, between those two guys, they're the guys we should be supporting, in my humble opinion. Anyway, guys, if you are enjoying this content, please do like and subscribe. There'll be more to follow. And again, with all things, thank you to my Patreon supporters. I really appreciate everything you guys are doing for me. And if you guys are interested in jumping on board with that, come and see us over at the Patreon links that I'll provide below. There's all sorts of interesting things happening over there, so I think you guys would really enjoy it. So with that, have a great day. We'll speak to you on the forums.